Hmm. I'm trying to clean up my health a little bit, but it is really good to stop sometimes and just have a fucking sandwich. So, what was said earlier, what I stated and I had to say, I say that because not only do I have circles of friends who are out endeavoring and pursuing and trying to make their dreams a reality, trying to make a semblance of a career out of something that a lot of people respect, but not a lot of people believe in. It goes twofold and tenfold for the reality that a lot of people face in this world. This world makes it extremely difficult for people to get anywhere, and it does so intentionally to keep people suppressed and down and contained to a safe, pragmatic environment, but one that stifles life, one that boxes in and destroys creativity, one that reduces you to a set of mechanical functions on a scale of time, trading your life, trading your entire existence away for a paycheck. And money's nice, money's necessary. Having money and possessing money make a lot of things that are more difficult slightly easier to go through. But money is not all there is in this world. And when it comes to things that I've endeavored and pursued, the scale of time, when I look back and reflect on my childhood and the good moments of it and the things that inspired me, first I was an athlete. Then I became a musician. Then I became and picked up writing. You know, I was a bookworm. As much as a basket case as I was, the quality of what motivated me and inspired me and the things that I endeavored for, they were slowly and steadily pressed and eroded away from me due to the level and degree of affordability slipping out of the grasp of my family. And I can forgive that. It's not their fault. The entire world around them cascaded into a level and degree of everything becoming a premium pay to win, pay to live service and a subscription fee. I took everything that was granted and allotted to me at different periods and portions of my life, and I combined and tried to fit and puzzle piece them together into a semblance of something I thought, I felt in my heart I could believe in and I could potentially make a career out of. And the reality, looking back and reflecting on everything I've been put through, and the realization that I very much had been jeopardized and threatened with the idea that maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I should quit. Maybe I should take a more comfortable, convenient route has hit me so many fucking times in this life. And it's intimidating more to me to know that those thoughts have gone through my mind as often as they have. But what's more intimidating to me is surrendering to that thought and playing it safe and giving up the very fucking things that I fought and strived to do for so long just because a bunch of other fucking people, both in my life and external of my life, decided we gotta cut that off. We can't have, you know, performers, entertainers, creative minds, and things like that. The machine and the system require a level and degree of, you know, malleable, puppetable machines. You know, not everybody gets the chance and the opportunity to do things with their life and their time, and that's okay. But I was granted and afforded, and definitely not fucking out of privilege, because I have spent most of my life in poverty. That privilege that they talk about so often, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to perform and entertain for people. That, yes, is a privilege. But you want to talk about privilege? I have spent the majority of my life holding on to every scrap of loose change and pocket change and paying for everything in cash. I don't have debt because I don't use credit cards. I've traveled and paid for people's gas and carpooled with people because I can't afford a vehicle. I don't want to hear a fucking thing when it comes to the idea of privilege. I scraped by and scrapped by the majority of my life and have been scrappy. And I'm by no means perfect. I've done some dumb shit that I regret. At the same time, I'm trying to correct that and make something out of my life. But the one thing that scares me the most is the idea of walking out of everything that I have endeavored to do and strive to do. Because this black mirror of opinionated ideas floating around the internet that an algorithm spoon-fed to me for years of my life to get me to doubt and question what I was doing, maybe for good purposes. I spent a lot of time self-reflecting and thinking about things I need to improve on, things that I need to fix in my life, things that I need to remedy in my life, things that I ought to be striving towards. Now a time period has come where I want to set those into motion, but I will be fucking damned if I get pushed and pressed out of what I want to do and what I was pursuing just because the world creates an unfathomably complex circumstance and situation where the odds are stacked against me. Like many people living in America, a country that was born out of fucking a rebel call and a rebel cause and rebellion, fundamentally, despite whatever fucking ideas and tenets we cling to and believe our country is centered and focused around. Look at the reality of what America has been and has always been. It is a hodgepodge and a circus of random fucking goofy shit. You know? I think the intro to the show Peacemaker, ironically, that John Cena participated in, that encapsulates how I see America pretty fucking perfectly, honestly. And I would be fucked if I pass up the opportunity to try and turn around and chase those dreams and those ambitions without dying fucking trying for the things that I believe in, for the things I have fought for the ground I stood upon when people left me in the fucking dust and I had nothing around me to really consolidate meaning and purpose. I do believe in dying on the hill you stand on when the hill you stand on is the very thing that gave you a path and a direction and an avenue when you otherwise had fucking none. And when it comes to people's ideas and the things we talk about in this country, and the reason I get into this is because things are so fucking polarized right now, we can't get into, in the business that I was participating in, talking about the principles of the polarized world of nitpicking and rivaling ideologies and the combating of politics. But the reality of what I chased and I pursued and what I wanted to make a career was more circulated around being a performer and an entertainer than anything. And in order to do that, there needs a semblance and degree of freedom to exist and to be permitted for that ability to even take place in the first place. And the reality is, there's a lot of people in this world that disagree and want to tread upon your right and your ability to go fucking pursue a livable, happy, enjoyable, successful fucking life. And I have watched the quality of my life trickle down and be destroyed pretty much my entire fucking lifetime. Every time I got ahead, some minor inconvenience or circumstance came along and snowballed and knocked me back to the bottom of the hill. And I have climbed out of hell probably 3 fucking times over, pursuing and trying to do what I want to do with my life and my time. And every single time I manage to get back up and keep going. I am fucking tired. I am pissed off. I am so vehemently at times confined to my own unfathomably statically shocked brain and overwhelmed by a sense of watching my life jeopardized and run away from me with the opportunities that I have been given to do the things that I do, whether they are successful or not, whether I can afford them or not, to let that slip away in this moment in my life. And I want to do everything right that I possibly fucking can. I would like to go back to school and educate myself to a level and degree where I have a steady, stable career. But the reality is, the more I try to pursue that at a time where varying degrees of financial circumstances are snowballing and imploding to where I cannot fucking realistically afford that, let alone create the availability of time to pursue that with the demands of what is necessary to even afford it in the fucking first place without going into crippling debt, makes it fundamentally and relatively an odds stacked against me that is damn near impossible. More improbable than impossible, but damn near impossible. And the reality is, in truth, I was already building and moving in the direction of making a fucking career for myself. And I got turned around and pushed back down the hill again by other people stepping in who just didn't think it would be successful. For everything that I was putting in work and effort in, it was ignored the amount of work and time and effort that went into 7 fucking years of my life trying to make something out of nothing, trying to make a happenstance out of relatively small, improbable, impossible odds. And the thing is, that inspired me more than anything to keep going, to have some semblance and degree of meaning and purpose in a life that felt purposelessness, that felt inadequate. And I'm tired of living in a time where that is threatened and jeopardized, and I feel like that is being taken away from me. As many people do in this world feel like their lives are threatened and jeopardized and being taken away from them, that their liberties and their freedoms are threatened and jeopardized and being taken away from them. The work and the effort and the endeavors of a lifetime that they have slaved away, struggled, and endeavored to make happen are being threatened, jeopardized, and taken away from them. Enough of this silly fucking horse shit. If it ain't evident and obvious, the things that have compounded throughout history that oftentimes matter the most, despite all the negativity that exists in the world, despite the nagging voices of people who want to tell you you are not good enough, you are not adequate, you are not sufficient, you're not going to fucking make it, people have always endeavored and pursued and tried anyway in the face of people who tell them they are an X mark in that box where a check mark is required. And those people were never meant to fill a mold. Excuse me. They were meant to break the mold. They were meant to shift the dynamic at play. They were meant to change the circumstances of how people move through the world, how people saw the world. They were meant to share their visions, not to be ideologically suppressed and confined behind a closed door of what you can and cannot say. We get nowhere when we are not allowed to speak our minds. And you can put in as many boundaries and parameters up as you want. You can block and barricade language. The funny thing, I'm a little bit of a poet, so I'm really good at mincing words and mingling things in a kind of way that flows organically and synergistically around the issues that a lot of people put out in this world. Here's the reality of how I feel. The reality of how I feel like there are a lot of people living in this world right now who have skirted by and basically avoided having to pratfall and folly through conditions that have made their life real fucking rough. You got lucky. Good for you. But the real reality is, the reason that you skirted by was because you were lifted up on the shoulders of people that had to sacrifice and slave away and give up their pursuits, their careers, and their dreams just to make you a little more comfortable in this world. I'm fucking tired of having my dreams and the goalposts of the things that I do have a level and degree of ambition for in this world that give my life meaning and purpose being kicked down the road and stepped on by people. I feel a level and degree of a real wrath, to be honest, that I have held down and suppressed for a very fucking long period of time, that I've been trying to channel and put into something a little less deconstructive and destructive and a little more fucking positive. I did not come here to watch my endeavors and my life be fucking stolen from me by a den of thieves. And I do not care whether or not it reaches a level and degree of success. I am content with very minimalist circumstances. I want to travel. I want to put on a show and entertain people. I want to show the next generation of people coming up in this world that there is a level and degree of hope and meaning and purpose in striving for achieving goals that other people look at and laugh at and scoff at. People who are not brave enough to step outside the fucking box of their own homes and endeavor to pursue in the first place. People that look down their noses while they sit in the comfort and the lavish, leisurely lifestyle of their lives that they see as a waste of time. I'm here living my life no different than you are. And we got a real fucking problem. Not with me and you, but with a large, vast group of fucking people. And the people standing in the way, trying to corral and cattle pen people from living their lives out on their terms. You are not a fucking authority on this goddamn planet anymore. That time's going bye-bye. That time's going away. People are fed up and tired of living in a world where they are not permitted the freedom and the ability to walk on their own fucking planet. George Carlin said, yeah, this world has owners. They have people that own you. If you allow them to. If you're willing to give in to the ball and cup trick of monetary incentives, of the creature comforts and the amenities and the status that they fucking offer and provide. Well, I don't want any of that horse shit. You know what I want? I want my life to matter for the test and the trial of fucking patience I've been put through. I want life to whittle me down and break me down and make me die fucking trying for the things that I love. Because it is better to die in the pursuit of things that you believe in and love than to not fucking try at all. And there are a lot of people in this world right now who have given up fucking hope on doing anything. What I am doing with my endeavor, not a lot of people are going to see value in it. I get it. It's just a performance. It's entertainment. It's a show. But the whole fucking world looks like a big goddamn circus to me right now. So I don't think any of us, regardless of what we're turning our pursuits and ambitions to, are missing out much on the parade. Circus fucking Maximus. As it is, so it's always fucking been on this world. The reality is, yeah, I'm a clown. I am a weird, funny, goofy oddity of a fuck. I'm dopey. In a lot of ways, I don't weigh and measure to what fucking degree people would expect for what I want to do. I'm a goofball. I'm sexy. Debatable. Maybe in like a fucking Austin Powers kind of way. Yeah, baby. And I am so tired of putting that to the wayside and waiting for my life to fucking take off in the direction that I thought it would go. It being subverted for the circumstance of a mass fucking distraction of people embroiled in a conflict over their ideological bickering and quarreling. I cannot waste any more fucking time on you. You are a pointless, hopeless endeavor in the fucking first place, and you need to hear that. The reality is the world has wasted time having to observe the tribunal of fucking dope-ridden clowns that run and operate our world to a level and degree of tyranny. No matter what side you're on, it's all the same fucking circus. And it's a big fucking waste of everybody's time. It's a big fucking waste of everybody's money. It's a big fucking slap in the face to everybody whose ancestral line and lineage, regardless of where they fucking came from, had to sacrifice and slave away and endeavor for and towards. No matter where you're living on this goddamn planet, being traded as an expendable, exposable machine and a commodity is not what I came here to fucking do. And I certainly didn't come here to listen to the level and degree of bullshit nor tolerate it that people have spilling out of their fucking mouths. People who do nothing with their lives. People who sit in the passenger seat, which I don't drive. Passenger seat is comfy sometimes. But people who never fucking take the helm and wheel of their own life and lifetime and actually go to pursue and do and endeavor the things that they believe in. Why does your voice matter then? It does because you contribute, you play a contribution to preserving and communicating and protecting and defending the ideas that many people sacrificed, slaved away, and died for. You did not show up here to be a machine man, a machine woman, or a machine anything in between, which, by the way, if you're letting your freak flag fly, I fucking commend and applaud you at a time period like this for being who you fucking are. You should be celebrated. As this world constricts and confines and limits everybody to a level and degree that is so all-encompassingly and encapsulating, gravity-bending and crushing, soul-crushing. To have any level and degree of bravery and courage or naivety to jump into the mix of what this world puts and imposes people through, the weight of not fucking fitting in, not conforming to what this world is, that's a test in itself that breaks many people. If you are surviving right now, whether you be struggling or whether you be on your fucking hands and knees praying to some higher power, that you are going to make it to the next day and this life is going to pan out and work out, I fucking commend you, not because you need a miracle, but you yourself are fucking miraculous and you deserve and need to know that. I love you. Time is too fucking short and brief on this planet not to spend it wisely. And ironically, how do you spend time wisely? Not trying to ascend the hierarchical structure of a society that condemns and spits in the face of people that try, that slave away and put their efforts into what they believe in, that smashes hopes and dreams, that makes people feel inadequate, that makes people feel less than. We didn't come here to contend with a bunch of junior high fucking bullies and goddamn grown juvenile toddlers, or have the level of time that we have in our lives controlled and condensed to a slow, fucking creeping, encroaching, entropic death that milks us for all we're worth and treats us just as a biological machine, a biological automaton. Get C3PO the fuck out of whatever stage he's in if you're going to make this happen. this Star Wars Fantasia that we're spending so much fucking money on, that we completely abandon the whole pursuit of, saving the environment over. Weird how nobody fucking talks about that. To build data centers that completely fucking destroy the environment around them. Enough of this bullshit. Enough of the games. Enough of the fucking lies and the manipulation and the brutalism and the goddamn mamby-pamby fucking gaming and playing of people who don't endeavor to construct and build and make the world or the society or the civilization that we are forced to fucking live in a better place for everyone. These people in positions of power and authority, these fucking wealthy elites or whatever, whoever, yeah, they're your leaders, but they got a lot to fucking learn when it comes to leading. They definitely ain't a fucking wolf pack. They don't stick around for the good of the herd. They don't lead from the back. They run to the front of the line and eat the most off the fucking carcass of what's available and leave everybody else to stray and struggle behind them and fucking die. They ain't leaders. They're fucking parasites. Call them for what they are. If any of us knew how befuddlingly short life is, that every single day potentially could be your last, would any of us being in the circumstance that we are engaging in any of the things that we do when they continuously, repeatedly show us a level and degree that they're not working in our best interests, that they're eroding the fabric of everything that people have strived towards, that they're ultimately designing things that are meant to fucking outsource and replace you, that you are expendable. You're gonna let people sticker slap you in the forehead with that and kick you back down the fucking steps you've been climbing and just sit there and take it? Well, then I guess you have nothing to complain about when that time comes. If I've learned anything to a level and degree, though, I will say that's commendable. There's something in the ability to be made a martyr and be forgiving of people's ignorance. But I didn't come to this planet personally to just be made a martyr and suffer and struggle through the life that I have been given just to fucking fall short. I came to be passionate, to be funny, to enjoy, to share that joy with other people, to strive, endeavor to push myself to my fucking limits. And it is ironic because I got pushed in the opposite direction, damn near to my breaking point. But I am glad I had to go through the challenge and struggle. I thank fucking God for that challenge and struggle, that I could lift myself out of that black fucking pit and that void to try again. Try again until I could try no more. Why does the game matter to me? Why does the play of the world and the reality matter to me? Because if it didn't, none of what I had been put through would matter at fucking all. I choose to make it matter. And it's not about proving people wrong who have wronged me in my life that I do what I do. It's proving to myself that what I was put through didn't define me, and that what I pursue was worth all the fucking struggle and the time and the effort that was put into it. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna spend the rest of my time getting really fucking weird and being my outright outlandish goofy fucking self. Doing the things that I want to do. I have to. I have to because that's what mattered to me. And it doesn't matter what you're pursuing or endeavoring in your world, in your reality, in your snippet of this life that matters to you. I hope you do the same. I hope you strive and endeavor despite the fucking endurance test and the trial on every fiber of your being that this world puts you through, to do the same. To make a world that tells you nothing matters, but ironically you have to conform to this giant mechanical architecture and pay your fucking taxes and work your life away. Buy a bunch of shit you don't need. Ironic that your life doesn't matter. You need to make it matter. You choose to make it matter. Because it's all in matter anyway. You get a brief period of time to be in this body. And unfortunately, it's a little bit of a monkey's paw. It comes with every level and degree of everything that you can feel, everything that you can fathom, everything that you can touch, everything you can witness, everything you can experience. But what a beautiful fucking thing that is, if you make it so. So make it so. Quit listening to these goddamn black mirrors and start living again. We did not come here to be fucking zombies. We're all under a big fucking hypnotic spell, an illusion. And as much as I would like to reach a level and degree of success in what I'm pursuing, and have people along for the ride in the journey, and entertained by what I put out, do that in your free time. It's appreciated enough for the people that show up in real life to see those little events that I get to be a part of. I want more than anything for people to pursue and endeavor and go for the things that they fucking want to make a reality in their life. Their dreams. Make them happen. If you're content and easygoing with going about what life has given you, you have a good stable job or career, you have a wife and kids,